What's going on, guys? Monday morning, just finished the workout. I'm riding up to get a better upload signal to the top of the driveway with my sister. I gotta record something for the podcast that's coming out later today. So, yeah. You know what we should do? We should have you talk about what you were talking about yesterday. Your little rant about business and what you should be doing and stuff.
Right now?
Like, I was going to record an episode or part of the podcast.
Yeah.
So, you should totally jump in on that.
You ready?
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, we should roll the window up. Kill the truck. Yeah, roll your window up too, just background noise. Well, it doesn't. I'll start the intro. I'll start the intro, and we'll just record on here.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm not sure. These should have mics on them, but I don't know if it'll. I don't know. It should pick you up. It'll pick you up. You can wear one if you want to help as a mic or whatever. But yeah, and oh yeah, make sure your phone's on silent if you want to, please, and make sure mine's on. I have to mute mine because you can hear the vibration. Like I put on vibrate.
Yeah.
You can hear it in the audio.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I'm recording, I busted out a video. Audio, and you could hear it. Like you could hear the vibrations.
Oh.
And it would go zzz, and it just trashed the episode. Anyway.
And sometimes it like I can put it on silent mode, and then sometimes it vibrates and sometimes it doesn't. So I don't really know what makes it not. But
yeah. Well, I don't know if you listened to the newest episode or not, but we started recording on the last episode. We started a new format where I record. I still post once every Monday, but I record on a different segment each day. So sometimes I record, and that way each day I have a little bit of a different topic under the umbrella of whatever. And last week, I did it in the car, and that way, on the way to Matt's or on the way to work or whatever, I've recorded, and I did a little bit, and that way it added up, and it was 5-minute segments that added up to a full episode over the whole week instead of just sitting down once and dragging through it.
Mm-hmm.
So Matt will send in his if he has anything he wants to say, and then we'll add that. We'll add this, and then I've already got one, or I've already got a couple segments and everything. So, but anyway, yeah, if you want to, you can talk about your business, bakery, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Anything that you want to. I just wouldn't mention any names of anything unless you want to. That's up to you, but.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, we're gonna start recording. All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to segment number 2 of the Real Fake Podcast, episode 19, I think. Anyway, but so for this segment, I have my sister with me, and so yeah, we're just gonna. Basically, what happened here was yesterday night. I got home from doing some helping a friend or doing some work at a friend's house, and we just had a really good conversation about some business stuff, and. She had a really good rant, and so I'm going to try and see if I can get her to reproduce that for the podcast, because I think y'all people listening can really benefit from it, especially y'all people sitting at home doing absolutely nothing with your lives. So without further ado, we're going to jump into it.
They just sit at home and they do nothing, and I think it's dumb, but it's dumb, but if they, I don't know, it's what they choose to do. But I think if they put more work into it, they definitely could get a lot more out of it. And their stuff, they complain about not being able to pay for this or do whatever, but they definitely could if they just worked.
Alright, yo, what's up, guys? We got it recorded. The episode segment is uploading now. Oh, focus. Oh, crap. Well, anyway, not focusing, but yeet. Okay. But anyway, it's uploading now. So, I'm gonna get Matt's segment, and just like last vlog, edit it and throw it up. This is my book, or what I have written of it. This is the first draft of each chapter that I have written, all the way up to 15. Each chapter, right now, each chapter is 10 pages long, and again, that's the first draft, so it's not edited yet. When it's finished, I'll go back and re-edit it. This is characters, character sketches, world building, all that good stuff, and then the actual, where I'm writing, like for instance, this is where I start, 16, write through it, finish, throw it in there. And there's some stuff on here, like, not research, but like character sketches, character design, plot lines, and stuff that I want to do. So that's what that is. This is even more character work, just different possible storylines, storylines that I thought were cool, that I thought about, that I would definitely want to write and develop, but maybe didn't fit that specific project, so kind of throwing them into these two notebooks, and that's what these are. I kind of just pick and play there and go with that. But today I started writing 16, and actually I started writing 16 yesterday, but right now I've gotten 2 pages into chapter 16, so that's what I spent most of the day doing, and now I am working on my second cup of coffee and getting ready to leave for work. Then I'm going to come back home and hopefully write some more tonight. So, okay, so got my coffee, second cup today, just BTW. Also, somebody got me, or gave us a couple of these Starbucks glass cups, and low-key, I've been pouring my coffee from my regular cups into there because I just like the way these things feel. So, anyway, that's that. Okay, let's go. And that, keys, AirPods, everything. Alright, these lights. And we are heading up out of here. Ugh. Alright, what's going on, guys? It is 3:45. I am running freaking late, so I don't have time. I was gonna do a segment video right here, and I didn't have time because I'm running so late for work. So hopefully I will catch you guys after work when I have time to talk, so I can explain what I've been doing all day after lunch. again, you saw what I did before lunch this morning. You should show what I did the rest of the time and after lunch. Hopefully after I get off of work tonight, and I'll see you guys then. Okay guys, just got off work. One second. So, just got off work. Just published episode 19, the Real Fake Podcast. And I'm making a mess, but that's okay. Just got that. So, that's awesome. Got that done. I think I actually got off a little bit early tonight. And I'm gonna go ahead and head home and see if I can't get some stuff done. Yeah, so just got home, and even though it's late in the day, I have most of the day free, so I decided to do a couple added workouts to my normal routine that I've already completed for the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and kind of spruce up my workout a little bit, and I'm gonna jump right into it. Popping guys, just got off work, working on promoting some of the newest episode of the podcast, episode 20 that just came out today. Working on getting that social media promotion out. Haven't had a chance to do that at all today. Finally just getting the word out on episode 20. So yeah. Alright, what's popping guys? Just thought I'd give an update for the weekend since it's been a little bit since I've videoed. Been hard at work and just updating on progress. So let's jump right into that. So guys, I threw in a conversation. I'm actually going to put it in this part of the video, but it actually happened Saturday night, and this is being filmed Sunday night, so it's kind of a little switch there, but that's okay. I actually had a good conversation with another guy that's starting a podcast, family friend. He's starting a podcast, and so we're just going to go right into that, and there you go. Alright, we're going. Alright, what's up people? This is Bob Phillips. He is, I guess you can say a mentor, and actually, you know what, if you just want to say, you got some pretty exciting projects coming out, so if you want to throw that in there.
Yeah, we planning on hopefully getting a podcast up. We're calling it, the name of it is UKW 356, and it's a podcast to help people gain wisdom and knowledge to help them in everyday life. And so we're going to be hopefully getting that. We're right now working on the foundation, getting everything squared away, and then hopefully get on pretty soon. So we're hoping to advertise and get that going.
Yeah, for sure. We've been working on that for quite a while, and we're almost ready to go with it. So when it comes out, make sure you guys check it out, and I'll see if I can. I'll definitely throw it on the podcast too, so that way it gets out that way too. Because I'm excited for it. It's lit. So
it's cool, and we're also working on a website. We've got a website. We're working on getting that going.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot of things that we want to get going and get started. course, there's just been quite a bit of other things, especially with the virus going
Yeah.
around and all that mess. So it's been kind of put us behind a little bit, but
Yeah.
we'll get there.
We're getting there. Still working on it. No worries.
So,
Yeah. But anyway, I brought the camera out because we're just having a really good conversation. And yes, we're just gonna jump back into it. But anyway, I can't remember what we were saying now. Money, devaluing money.
yeah, well,
Right.
we were talking about what some of the posts that I'd seen on my Twitter page about Robert Kiyosaki and how he was talking about how the value of money has gone down and that the importance of investing more into gold and silver and all of those things.
Right.
And I think the biggest thing that was really an eye-opener is when the virus situation came out and now the economy's almost kind of come to a halt to a point to where everybody, small businesses and stuff like that can't operate, and some of them are going out of business because they can't operate. It kind of really brings it to the forefront of realizing that, hey, we've got to change some things with our economy. We got to change the value of the dollar and all of these things. And I do agree with what Robert is saying, because especially back in the 70s when the American economy moved the dollar from the gold standard to where they were just printing money left and right. You got to have something to back that up, and
or it just means nothing.
It just means nothing.
Yeah.
So
it's slightly a change of subject, but same difference. I noticed, and I always kind of did notice this, but I thought it was really apparent with the coronavirus was how thin, how thin the veneer of society is, right? Like look at how long it took for people to go from being nice and cordial and using manners to fist fights over toilet paper. You know what I'm saying? Not even a month, right? And even what you said, something to change it just reminded me for some reason, there's not that much niceness there until it just dips into people are just gonna clobber each other because they're fighting for whatever's left. Well, and that's the thing with money too. It's just.
And another thing, and that's some of the things that I like to cover in the podcast.
Yeah.
But there's one thing that I've seen over the years. I don't know, a lot of the generation back years ago when 9/11 hit, when we had the gas crisis in '75, and all of these situations happened.
Right.
But during those times, for some reason, people banded together, and you take World War I and II. All of those times, people banded together. My grandmother, who is passed on now, was one of the Rosie Riveters back in the World War. And so she stepped up when the guys were fighting on the forefront in the World War. She stepped up to build the planes. Matter of fact, she stayed in the aircraft industry until she retired.
Oh, wow.
But during that time, people just stood up and say, hey, we're going to help one another and we're going to get through this crisis together. And it seemed like today, like you were talking earlier, it seems like today it's like everybody's for themselves.
Right.
I still ain't figured out the TP thing yet.
It's crazy.
I will tell you that there was a picture I saw on my Facebook wall there back, and somebody posted. It showed this person with a whole grocery cart full of toilet paper at the return counter.
Oh, something went wrong there.
Something just went awry.
I know, people buying pallets, and I've seen pictures of people buying pallets and stuff. I'm just
yeah.
If everyone bought one, then we might have enough for everybody.
That's the thought.
But no, okay. But anyway, it's whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, I expect people will come together. I don't know how long it'll take to bounce back though. After, because everyone, you just shut down the whole world. You shut down everything.
Right, and the biggest thing that we see nowadays is fear and panic. And if if we don't get over the fear and panic and get our minds set back to doing what we can to get back on track,
Right.
we're always going to have these issues, continuously. And one of the biggest things that we see today is the fear and panic that we see on our television sets, and news media is really plaguing it and pushing it, panic and pandemonium. And with all technology, we can't function in fear.
Oh yeah.
I think what Winston Churchill said back in the war, he's basically said, what is the biggest thing is we are fear of itself, or something to that nature.
Right.
And the biggest thing to fear is fear itself. I think that's how he said it.
Yeah.
But if someone watching this wants to quote it, but
is that what he said? Only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Exactly.
Something like that. I can't remember.
But he made a point.
Right.
I mean, and if we get over the fear and really put our minds together and say, hey, we can solve this problem.
Right.
And make life better. I think what really crippled us in this situation was fear and pandemonium.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't have, panic should have never been in our vocabulary on this.
Right. Yeah. I see a lot of that in your tweets too. Like, I've seen a lot of your tweets where it's just like chill and like just like you're just kind of like, we would be a lot further in this situation if you weren't so like jittery. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone is kind of just going crazy, and it's like, okay. Like I see like your tweets especially, like it's like a level mind, and like I mean I completely agree with that, because I've heard the quote. I don't know who said it, but I saw it on Instagram. It was like, a level head always wins. You know what I'm saying? A level mind, clear mind, always wins. You have no noise, you have no nothing, just thinking, concentrating.
Exactly.
Like especially like, well, for me, like even going off of the coronavirus thing, like going into business, like into like what I want to do, like for the podcast and stuff, like even I consider my podcast to be huge, and it's not necessarily like this huge podcast yet, but it's pretty big, and it's not too big, but it's big for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I've already gotten hate from it, right? And like that's the thing. Before I started rolling, we were talking about like our personal mentors, like Gary Vaynerchuk, Dan Locke, Dan Pena, people like that just mentor us. And like something that Gary Vee always says that I really like was to be so deep inside your own head that you don't hear what other people say.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you have a vision, well, of course you hear what other people say, but if you have a vision of what you want, and you kind of just have blinders on and you're just like going that direction. Like for my podcast, if someone like said something that, wasn't, someone hated on it, right? And it actually happened, people did. And, I worked really hard to get to a point where I'm so deep inside my own head that I don't even really register what they're saying, right? So like, because at this point, I'm doing it as a passion project,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like it's all for me. I'm doing it because I just enjoy recording. I just love it. Well, I'm recording now because I just enjoy it, right? I enjoy the value from recording, like it's always there. And that's another thing. I'm jumping topic to topic. But that's another thing that I really value too, is like having the documentation, I guess, like that it's here. Because from now on, I can always go back, watch this video, re-listen to what we said, like that document, like documenting it and keeping it, like I just love it.
I think the biggest thing is, especially when it comes to podcasting or it comes to videos and stuff like that, a thought comes to mind, drive your covered wagon, forget the parking dogs. Because there's you're going to have a lot of people that are going to voice their opinions about things. And there are going to be some that they're going to voice their opinion it's very a good opinion. And there are going to be others that are going to voice their opinion that, just really is not a good opinion.
Right.
I think the biggest thing of all is if people were respectful about it. You know,
Yeah,
if it
yeah.
is, I know that there's a lot of times you and I might disagree on an item.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we learn to agree to disagree.
Right. Yeah.
And
Not a knock, don't drag out. You know. It's,
yeah, we don't have no fist and knuckles going on.
yeah. Like it's. I mean, and there's always a difference between like, or I guess even what you said, like being respectful, disagreeing, and like just hate. Like I've had a lot of opinions on, hey bro, this is how you can improve, and I'm like, yo, like that's awesome. Then I have people that are like, this sucks, you know, or like I don't know, whatever. But I didn't really read the comments, whatever. But there were negative comments.
Right.
Like I can't remember what they said because, like I said, I try not to read them, but they were negative. Like, and you go back and talk to the person. I'm like, hey, how many episodes you listen? I haven't listened to any. Like, you left that and you didn't listen to any episode. Like, you haven't even heard it. So, like, and that's the stuff you have to throw out. Like, that's the stuff that I have to throw out. But there's other stuff that's really good. Like there's been a lot. I've had a lot of friends, a couple friends that I've really depended on for the audio stuff. Like mics, like certain kind of mics that we're looking at buying, or recording equipment, or even you, when you've like showed me programs, showed me stuff like you can do to cut, paste, like chop audio, like all that stuff is really valuable. And that's not like a lot of people mistake that for like criticism when it actually is helpful. So,
and I think the like for me, I've broadcasting experience. Started when I was 16,
right.
Working in and out of radio and broadcasting and just a lot of things. And now, right now, I want to get the podcast started and get all that going. But I also do voiceovers for other radio stations.
Right, and it's just like all these years of experience that just collected up. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
And so I'm at the time of my life where I want to have a little bit of a hobby.
There you go. That's right.
So
That's
my
right.
studio. I mean, I've got a studio, you know, that I work with, I've had for years, and then it's changed over the years and stuff like that. And but it's always been a hobby of mine.
Oh yeah.
And, but I think the thing of it is. The technology that we have nowadays is amazing because I can sit down and do everything on my computer, upload it, and boom, there it is.
Yeah.
Whereas before, when I started in radio, we had to take reel-to-reel tapes,
right,
cut them and splice them and put them together to make your commercials.
What's your favorite form of like content? Like, cause like there's so many different avenues, like video, and then audio. There's writing. There And like Instagram has photos, and you've also got like the box where you can write stuff. There's all, you know, like Twitter where you can write because like I've got he's really active on Twitter, stuff like that. Like, what's your favorite like platform or like whatever the best way that you like to express yourself?
I like to express myself in a way that. I'm big into learning and wisdom and knowledge and understanding. That's where the name came from.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and I like to be able to educate, you know, and help people, especially in this generation and generations that are younger than I am, to kind of point them in the direction and say, hey, you know. Life is a little bit easier if you listen to some of your elders who have been around the block and
there you go. Right.
know what's going on.
Right.
We have a lot of young people that if they would just take the time to grab a hold of someone that is, you know, an older person like 30 or 40 or 50 years old who's been around the block, or 60 years old, been around the block for a long time, and learn things and take and be gaining wisdom, I think would help out a whole lot.
Oh yeah.
So that is kind of the format, and especially like when I'm on Twitter, I'll put those things on there.
Oh yeah.
You know, just to kind of shoot it out there and just say, hey guys, you know, especially like when this pandemic ran, I was just like, hey, just chill, calm down, keep your mind, focus. You know, we're going to get through this, and you know, kind of encouragement, so to speak.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, because I always see a ton of tweets. Like you're always active on Twitter, so I always wonder if that was like your favorite. If you like writing, you like video, you like audio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's your favorite of those?
Actually, all of them are.
Yeah.
I mean, I like all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Because I'm big in, I just like the expression. Like, I just like the expression. And it's kind of, some days it's weird for me, because my favorite is Instagram, I think. Which is, it's kind of bad, because, like, the reach is declining. Like, not as many people see your stuff as it used to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't show it to as many people. But I still like Instagram. It's one of my favorites. But I like everything. I'm doing a little bit of everything. But I like to write. I like to write a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But some days it just doesn't fit.
I
You know what I'm
noticed,
saying?
yeah, and I noticed a lot of times you're on Instagram a
Yeah.
lot, or either a lot of times I'll follow you on your podcast or in all different places.
Yeah.
But I can see a lot of times you've even mentioned about writing and how you love and the passion you
Right.
love writing. So
Yeah, I just, sometimes, I don't know, sometimes I don't even agree with a picture is worth 1,000 words. Like, I think it's the exact opposite. I think the words are more valuable to me. But I mean, hey, like, I've always been like an elaborator. Even if what I was saying didn't necessarily make sense, I always like to flesh it out.
Mhm.
Like take it and just pull like a lot of concepts from one word. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, and I've always been a little abstract too. Like, I've had a little bit of a lot of like abstract expressionism too, where it's like a little bit of everything.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so I do like Instagram. I do, and Twitter's okay. I don't like the DMs on there though. Like, I don't like the way that works. But
It's a unique system.
yeah, but it's good though. It's good. I mean, it's good. It's just I like Instagram, just because it kind of caters, because it's got picture, and like you said, you have your picture, and you have your words too. Like
Mhm.
like as far as I've never reached a limit on how much I could type, and I've typed quite a bit.
Right.
So I do enjoy that part. So I'm just kind of moving out to everything, because it's not necessarily too effective
Mhm.
on like reaching the entire audience, but you know, it's all good.
And I think the whole social media stuff, you can either use it for good or you can use it for bad.
Oh yeah,
And my goal is to use it for good.
right.
And a lot of times,
Well, it's huge.
yeah,
It's huge, because you look at well, for me, you look at well, I mean, we'll just take my favorite one. You take Instagram, okay, and you get a following, and the way that the algorithm works, ish. Now, I mean, it's not necessarily 100% accurate, but they show it to a certain percentage of your audience, and if they interact and engage with it, they take the same content and it gets shown to more, and that's how you grow, right? That's the very, very, very basic version, okay? So my thing is, like, there's so much, right? There's so many people on it, and like you said, it can be used for good or evil. But where I'm going with this is that it's so awesome because it's free.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's free. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, anywhere can have one.
That's right.
And that gives you the ability, just like with the podcast, it gives you an ability to have a voice. Like, I have a voice that I didn't have before,
Mm-hmm.
right? With the podcast, like hitting 500 streams in 12 weeks. I mean, I have a voice that I didn't have before.
Right.
There's people that I met online that listen to this thing and genuinely like it, like me, like Matt, like our personalities, and that's what I love. Like, I get such a high off of hearing, hey, you know, I loved your podcast, and I liked what you said, or whatever. I've had people come to me that disagree with what I said but still enjoyed it, and I'm like, that's the best thing ever.
Right.
Because they listen, they learn something, and there's value from that, right? But, like, it's free. It's free. I didn't pay for it. It's free voice, and it's unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just huge to me.
And technology has rapidly exploded in the past past century. I mean, I remember radio and television was the only thing I even remember back years ago when internet was first started. I don't even know. Some people that probably watched this probably remember the Commodore 64. That was the biggest computer when it first came out. That was the biggest thing. If you had a Commodore 64 computer, you were in.
Yeah.
Internet was not even in existence at the time, and that was a good 30 some years ago.
Right.
I just told my age. But the thing of it is just that just in that short period of time, we're able to get online
Right.
and reach millions of people.
Well, not only that, but the computers and phones that I have right here, and these are relatively old too, but the computers and phones that I have are more powerful than that computer.
Right.
Like 2 or 3 times more powerful than that computer.
Exactly.
So it's like tripled in a couple years.
And the Commodore 64 is you have to really know the bytes and the gigabyte and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And technology has come a long ways, and the awesome thing about it is now, like right now, you and I can just sit here and talk, and then and before you know it, it's on the air on YouTube, and millions of people are seeing it.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's awesome. Yeah. I benefit so much from it. Like there's so much.
It's quite a bit.
Yeah, not even just from video, just from like consuming stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Like just watching, like we were talking about before, like the other people's content, just watching it.
Yeah, I enjoy, like we were talking about Dan Locke and all these guys. I enjoy watching a lot of their videos, and I like videos that help you.
Right, like
whether it's financial, mental, whatever the case is. Because I realized a long time ago I don't know it all.
Right.
And I think you
never
will.
Yeah, it's impossible. You just never will.
Yeah. And so I think it's great to be able to gain knowledge.
Oh yeah.
It's awesome.
And it's free. It's free. Like I can't since I started, my channel's still not huge yet, but ever since I started, it's free.
Right.
Like it's all like, dude, instead of having to buy books, you can go download them off the internet and read them.
Right.
For free.
For free.
So, somebody, maybe it was Batman, but somebody said, knowledge is power.
Mm-hmm.
Books are knowledge, and knowledge is power. It's Lex Luthor from Batman vs. Superman. Anyway, but, books are knowledge, and knowledge is power. And you get all this information for free, and it's just Google. You can just find whatever you want.
Oh, yeah.
And, that's so much more valuable than just, like you said, just random memes, It's okay to laugh, but...
Oh, yeah, I enjoy them, too.
Oh, yeah.
But I get more out of those educational videos.
There's so much you can benefit.
And so much you can benefit from.
Right.
And, there's, of course, I'm married, too, and I've been married for 21 years.
Right.
And a lot of that comes from not only working with my wife and relationships and all that stuff, but also, those videos has helped me too, learning how to help her more, how to be more of a husband for her.
Right.
So I think it's important and imperative that people realize that wealth of information is out there. You just got to tap into it and go with it.
Yeah. All you have to do is just hit the search bar and just go.
Mm-hmm.
It's always there. There's people in there that are like Dan Pena, Dan Locke. I'm not sure how old he is, but the guy I was talking about, and the 2 guys I was talking about are getting closer to my parents' age, and so they're even older. So they have that the knowledge you're talking about. They've been around the block. They have it. It's there. There's a couple other guys that I listen to on YouTube that I really like that they're older too. Way up there, and they're good.
They're good.
They're good.
That's it.
It's just there. So, but it's all there.
That's cool.
Nothing you can get. There's no way to lose, I guess.
Right.
In my opinion. I don't think you can lose from it. There's no way. If you learn, in my opinion, if you learn something, you can't lose.
No, you can't.
Right? So, I say all that to say, basically, that's why you should listen to both of the podcasts, because if you're learning stuff, then you can't lose.
That's right.
Right? And whether it's mine or his or whoever's. If you're learning something, you can't lose from it.
That's right.
So tune in.
That's right. So, if anybody wants to follow me on Twitter, they can.
Yeah.
It's Bob Phillips, Roman numeral 2,
Okay.
and the number 1, and that's it. And you can find me there. And I've got my little fancy European hat on.
Yeah.
I thought about changing that
Yeah.
picture millions of times, and people like it, so I'll just leave it like that.
Yeah. No, it looks good. Looks good.
So.
Yeah.
But you can follow me there on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I'm also on Instagram too, and as well. So
Is it the same handle?
same thing.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Awesome.
So thanks a lot.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So.
On the schedule of the TV.
Don't record me.
Oh my God! Do you remember my dad
Guys,
used to
my
be
parents are fighting about whether we're gonna watch Goldbergs or whether we're gonna watch Chicago PD and
Go
Chicago
Fire,
Fire.
Chicago Fire.
You should do a vote. See who wants who.
Goldberg. No, you
No.
know that's not fair.
No, I mean for this thing. See who would rather watch that or that. You know, most everybody wants the Goldbergs. Don't record me.
I'm beginning to see that we have nothing in common. Opposite.
This is going on my channel. It's gonna be in the bloopers of my vlog.
Opposites attract mothers. Okay, y'all are just quiet now.
Quit sure. I think you should do it sometime and do a thing live so people can vote on which show to watch, which is better. And I guarantee you most people is going to go with the Goldbergs.
You guys are gonna be the cutscene, the exit from my vlog. So you have anything you want to say?
No. No, not at all.
Don't be a lesbian, like and subscribe.
All right, Hunter.
How many people actually watch this?
Maybe 30.
Maybe. Hey, that's more than mine. My last video got like 12.
That ain't bad. Anything you want to say, Norman?
At least you have a video. I don't have any videos.
I haven't uploaded any videos, I have like so I don't 7 have any subscribers. views.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
All right. Well, we're gonna keep hustling. Make sure you check out the next video. And I was trying to think of something catchy to say, but I don't have anything catchy to say. Yeah.